Hi, I'm Barbara. Welcome to Bee's Kitchen and Garden. Today's gardening episode is going to talk about starting the plants in the ground. This is in Zone 5 in New Hampshire, and so we've still had some cold nights. But some of our plants, the cold-tolerant ones, have already been put in the ground and they're doing really well. So let's go in the garden and see what's going on. The plants we're going to see in the garden today are onions, chives, asparagus, lettuce, spinach, and zucchini. Most of these we started indoors. Of course, the chives and the asparagus, they just keep coming back on the road every year. But this will show you how we can plant them in rows and get them with companion partner plants. I always check to see which plants thrive better next to other plants. Partner plants can be very important. So let's get inside. So now I've watered my rows of onions that I planted about 2 weeks ago. And let me show you what I planted them next to, because this is one of my garden treasures that comes back every year whether I take care of it or not. That is chives. The fresh chives are delicious and they come back every year. Onions and chives make great garden partners. You want to make sure you put your plants where they have a good partner. For planting onions, I buy small, already ready to go plants of onions. They look like this, and as you can see, they have a root on them and a stem coming up. Those are exactly what you want. Now, these particular onions have been sitting in water for about 5 hours, and now it's time to take them out and dry them. So I'll take them out and put them in this container, which has a paper towel. And here are the onions. They're out of the water and drying on the paper towel. We'll leave them there overnight. And I've been doing this for about a week and a half as I keep them fresh until I can get out to the garden and get them in the dirt. Here are the onions planted in the ground. Don't look very exciting, but look at them. They're standing up tall. They've only been in the ground about 4 days, and they're doing great. The other treasure plant that we have is asparagus. Our asparagus plants were planted 12 years ago, and they keep growing, and every spring they produce wonderful spears of asparagus. The trick to harvesting asparagus is to take a knife and make sure that when the spears are the right length, you cut them off at ground level. Then other spears will come up. They'll keep coming up until they can grow into a bush. So the more you harvest your asparagus, the more during the year you're going to have more and more asparagus, and they'll just keep growing. Here's a finished row of lettuce that I planted just yesterday. Here's the spinach. It's been indoors in a container, and time to go outside and really latch on and grow. Here is the trench I've prepared for it. Don't know if you can see that. I've watered it. I've watered the whole section, fertilized it, raked it in, fertilized it, raked it in, watered it again, and time to plant the spinach. Here are the spinach plants, which look so big in the container in the house, and back to being babies in the garden, and we'll let nature take care of the rest of it with good watering and good weeding. This is where the zucchini has been living while it's indoors in the container. Makes a beautiful green plant. As you can see, The beginning flowers are starting to come out. Since it's been so cold, I haven't been able to plant it outside yet, but today is the day. These zucchinis are all going outside today.